Hey everybody, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints? That's why I set up the website, colinmullen.com. So hey everybody, I wanted to try and learn how to do traditional style paintings in a digital format so that way I could easier make stuff for games. And it turns out it's pretty straightforward. So if you want to know how to do, digital art that looks like traditional art, here's the steps. Everything that makes a program like Clip Studio Paint, which is what I'm using here, cool. Like, the overlay features, multiple layers, Control Z, Control V, all the cool effects and overlay burn, blur, you have the filters, all that jazz. Don't use any of that. Do not touch any of those settings at all. Do all of your work on one layer, if at all possible, as much as possible. And it will force you to work in a way that is more akin to traditional work. Now, in traditional work, you do have basically one layer, but they don't blur together necessarily all the time, depending on how wet or dry the paint is. So you could kind of get that done by having a layer for the next day or something. But seriously, just try and do all the mixing using just the canvas as is, rather than trying to use special effects like overlay and all that jazz. Don't use any of that and just use a really scratchy, canvasy kind of brush. This set I got from a guy from Tumblr 10 years ago or something, so I don't have access to it anymore, sorry. He went on to go do stuff for Photoshop, so also sorry. But yeah, I think that this turned out great. I think that it is a proof of concept. I wanted to see, does a cute little cartoon character fella, does that work in a painterly world? Is that gonna look good, and can I make a game around this aesthetic? And I think I can. I think that this came out good. You guys will have to tell me what you think, but I think there's too many games that are pixel art or whatever, and it's just can we have one that's just not pixel art, not PS1 style graphics, not whatever, can we just have little painterly fellas and such? I don't know. I think that this aesthetic looks cool, and I'm going to use it for my game. And that's the beginning and end of it. So I do think that I will be doing more digital art, because it is a lot easier to set this up than it is to set up a canvas and then get the thing to point in the right direction. Oh no, the camera ran out of battery. Yada yada. Not having to worry about that, super cool, man. So I think that may be part of the direction I take with this channel going forward. And then also, I do think that I will continue to work on video games. And while I'm working on video games, I think I will be probably, showing asset creation and stuff for Artcade. And I think that there will be a lot of really cool little things. I know someone I think it was either on Tumblr or in one of these asks was asking hey, can you help me? I'd really like to learn more about how to do RPG Maker stuff. And I was like, well, I don't know anything about that, and so I don't really feel like I could teach that. But it turns out I'm gonna have to learn that. So I guess we'll learn that together. So if there's anything that you want to know about game development as far as art or how to do digital paintings and make them look like they're traditional, let me know, and we can talk about that in the next one. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and I hope you guys are too. And hey, you know what? You stuck around till now. Thank you so much for that. You might like my stuff if you stuck around this long. Try that subscribe button there. And hey, if you super duper like it and you've been here before, maybe it's time to just throw some money at me on Patreon. I don't know. Maybe patreon.com/RevScarecrow. That's what these people did. At the $5 tier or more, you get your name in the credits and access to the sub Discord that the people who sub on Twitch get access to as well. Lots of cool people in there. They're really neat, and here are some of them. My mom and dad, I love you. Thank you, Wapfu. Thank you, Tofoundor. Thank you, Split. Thank you, Sophia Nope. Thank you, Skelecorgi. Thank you, Reverend Joe. Thank you, Retrograde. Thank you, Pig Wrestler. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Mortis. Thank you, Michael Carr. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Mario Pereira. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Josepher. Thank you, Gala. Thank you, Gabriel Bennett. Thank you, Freak Wannabe. Thank you, Egg. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Ash316. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Aggie Wag. And thank you. Rats! Ooh, that was a loud one. Anyway, if you enjoyed this and if you're enjoying me making games and doing art and all that jazz, throw that subscribe button around. See if you can hit it. See if it'll do anything for you. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Brr.